Alright, so let's get right into it. If you sell on eBay, you would have received an email from eBay saying that you need to apply for the new eBay managed payment system. I've just received a call from eBay myself today, and they've told me that I need to apply for it ASAP. Otherwise, it could affect my sales. So that's what I've done just now. I was also able to ask that eBay rep a lot of questions. So what I'm going to do in this video is break down all of the answers that he basically told me, so that hopefully you guys will be able to learn from it. Because I'm based in the UK, I believe that they're rolling it out later compared to the people in the US. A lot of sellers in the US are already using the eBay managed payment system, whereas a lot of sellers in the UK, it's not really mandatory for them to sign up to it. I've done it myself today, and in the email it says that they're going to activate my account by the 18th of January 2021. So I haven't started using it yet myself. I got a lot of the information that I'm going to give you from eBay's website. So I'm going to link down the website down below. And I was also able to ask my eBay rep all of the questions that I needed to know. So make sure you watch the whole video, because I'm going to break down everything right here, all of the questions I asked him, so that you have a better understanding of exactly what you need to know when it comes to the new eBay managed payment system. So what exactly are eBay managed payments? For years, eBay and PayPal were always connected, which meant that eBay provided the platform for buyers to purchase items, and they also provided the platform where sellers could list their items for sale. And PayPal was always a third-party company that looked after the payment from when it left the buyer until it reached the seller, and they managed the transaction throughout the whole process. But now that eBay and PayPal have split ways, eBay will be managing the transaction themselves, which means that they'll be the ones to provide the platform for sellers to list their items and for buyers to buy the items, but they'll also provide the service of managing the transactions themselves as well. So they'll also make sure that the funds are looked after from when it leaves the buyer until it reaches the seller, and they will act as the middleman to make sure that everything is facilitated in the right way. Due to this new massive change to the eBay platform, there's a new fee structure that every seller needs to be aware of, which I'm going to discuss in this video, and hopefully by the end of it you'll have a better understanding of how the new fee structure is going to work. PayPal will still exist as a company. They're a big company and they're not going to go away, but they're not going to be involved when it comes to sellers and buyers on eBay. They're only going to be involved when the customer makes a payment from their own PayPal account, but instead of the money going into the seller's PayPal account, it'll go directly into their eBay account, which I'm going to explain a bit more in a minute. For the past few years as a seller on eBay, there was always two sets of fees that I needed to pay. I had to pay one fee to eBay and one fee to PayPal for every single transaction. The fee that I had to pay to eBay was roughly around 5% to 10%, depending on what category I was selling in at the time. And on PayPal, the fee that I had to pay for every single transaction, I had to pay a 2.9% fee plus 20p per every single transaction. Whether the amount was £5 or £10, that's the amount that I had to pay for every single transaction that passed through my PayPal account. I'm not including any discounts that I may get as a top rated seller. I'm just going to use examples without any discounts so that I can make the calculations a bit more easier for you guys to understand. So if we're going to look at the old way of doing things without the eBay managed payment system, I'm just going to give you an example of what I would have had to pay prior to them introducing this new system. I got the calculations right here. For example, if I sold an item for £20, the eBay fee that I would have had to pay, if it was 5% for the category that we're talking about, would have been £1, whereas the PayPal fee that I would have had to pay would have been 0.78p, which is 78p basically. That would have been at 2.9% plus 20p for that transaction, which comes to a total of £1.78 for the eBay fee and the PayPal fee. But now that they've introduced this new eBay managed payment system, the fee that I would have to pay for that same £20 item would be 6.9% plus a 30p transaction fee. So if we're looking at the same £20 item using the new eBay managed payment system, the fee that you're going to be charged under this new system depends on what category you're selling in. The category that I'm looking at right now is consumer electronics. So it's going to be 6.9% plus a 30p transaction fee, which comes to a total of £1.68 for the total fee that you're going to have to pay for that £20 item. I know that might be a bit confusing, guys, but make sure you rewind it back if you missed anything I said. So now that we're not paying PayPal the fees anymore, how exactly are we going to have to pay the new fees to eBay under this new system of doing things? That's one of the questions that I asked the rep on the phone, so I can get an understanding, so that I can come back here and tell you guys the answer. So similar to how we pay our eBay invoices right now, every single month I get an invoice from eBay, which I have to pay using either an automatic payment method similar to direct debit, or I can use my credit card to make that payment. So what I do is I use my credit card to pay my monthly invoice right now before the new eBay managed payment system has been introduced. And I believe it's going to be similar to that. What they're going to do is that they're going to add the fees onto the monthly invoice that they send you for your seller fees right now. So your invoice is going to be slightly higher than what you're used to, but since you're not paying fees to PayPal, it doesn't really matter anyway. So that's exactly how it's going to work when it comes to making payments for the new fees that you're going to have to pay directly to eBay. So another question that I asked the eBay rep when I was on the phone to him was, so how exactly are eBay going to pay us if PayPal are not holding onto the money anymore? Where exactly does the money go, and how exactly does the money go into our pocket? So what the eBay rep told me is that the money is going to be held on your eBay account. There's going to be a new separate section that eBay are going to create. You're going to see it on your account once you've signed up to the eBay managed payment system. Once you've signed up, you're going to be able to see a new section where eBay are going to show you the balance of what they owe you. And from there, you're going to be able to set up a payout schedule. You can either do 1 day or you can do 7 days. And eBay are basically going to release the money from your eBay account directly into your bank account. So right now, one of the negatives is that I'm going to have to wait around a day or 2 days for the money to go from my eBay account directly into my bank account. But that's not going to be too much of an issue. As long as you can manage your cash flow and you can be aware of it, you can make adjustments knowing that this is going to be the case moving forward. So another question that people keep asking me is, how are refunds going to work under this new way of doing things? So when a customer asks for a refund under this new way, it's going to be similar to exactly how it worked under the old way. So whenever you process a refund under this new way of doing things, what's going to happen is that the refund amount that you owe the customer is going to be deducted from your payout balance that eBay owe you. So it's very similar to how it used to be. Whenever you would process a refund under the old way of doing things, all that will happen is that the money would get deducted from your PayPal balance, whereas now the money is going to get deducted from your eBay payout balance. So it's not much of a big deal. If anything, it's slightly better because eBay will side with you in some cases, but then the customer will go over to PayPal and try to open up another case over there. But now that there's one company managing all the payments, you're able to deal with each case one time. You don't have to deal with one case on eBay and then have to now deal with that same customer over on PayPal. I think that now that we're only dealing with one company instead of two companies, it makes things a lot more easier. As I just said, it's going to make things easier when you're dealing with returns. So now we have the benefit of dealing with any fraudulent customers on one platform, which is always great. And the fact that the fees are a lot cheaper compared to what we was paying before on PayPal, it might be slightly cheaper, but over time we're going to be able to save a lot. Let's just hope that eBay doesn't increase the fees over time. eBay are known for trying to get as much money as they can. So let's just hope that the fees stay where it is, or if anything, hopefully they decrease. So right now, everything is great. Let's just hope that there's no issues in eBay being able to manage all these payments. Since they're not used to managing these payments as a company, we all know that eBay has issues from time to time. So let's just hope that everything goes smoothly and we can enter 2021 with no issues. I've just finished registering for my account now. They're going to let me know when my account's open. So if there's any further updates in regards to this new eBay managed payment system, I'll let you guys know straight away. So make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss any further updates when it comes to this new eBay managed payment system. All right, and there you go. I hope now you have a better understanding of what the eBay managed payment system is. I was confused not too long ago. I was really confused, but I've done a lot of research to help you guys out and give you guys a better understanding of exactly what it is. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some value out of it. The least that I ask you guys to do to help me out and help this channel out, since it took a long time for me to do this research, is press the like button. I really appreciate that. And whilst you're down there, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any weekly video that I'm gonna release to help you make money on either eBay or Shopify. Comment what you thought of the video down below, and if you've got any questions, comment it down below. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. Don't forget to add me on Instagram as well, guys. I'm gonna link it above. Make sure you stay safe out there. I'll see you next week. Peace.